been a long time since I put up a video, which doesn't mean I haven't been doing anything, just mean I hadn't been filming it. So here is the camper built on the truck. I still have a lot to do, but the outside's pretty much done. I have some painting still to do up here on the front, but I'll give you a walk around on what it looks like. Right now I temporarily have the air conditioner set up in the side window. I'm going to be moving that today probably for its permanent location. But there it is, all set up on the truck. I have the cover. That's where the spare tire went on the motorhome, and I'm not going to use it for a spare tire carrier. And the bottom, you can see this side I've trimmed. I still have to trim this side over here, and I have to make a cover right there. That's going to cover the water tank, because that's where the freshwater tank is going to go. And the gray water tank is going to go right underneath the floor of the shower, which is also the entryway. But that's how she sits so far. Now let's look at the inside. This is the door in the side. I have to make a cover for that little section there as well. But here's the door to the inside. And it's pretty high off the ground still, and I haven't made a step for that yet, so right now I'm just using a step ladder to make it easier to get in and out. But we'll climb in here. This section here where I'm standing is the entryway, and it's going to be the shower. And we come inside, and there's the back of it so far. You can see where I had to cut the fiberglass in half and stretch it. I had to stretch it about 6.5 inches to make it wide enough to fit on my truck. That section there is going to be the bathroom, and that's got, we did a little glass bead from Dollar Tree. Chelsea and I set up one night and glued them all down, and then I grouted them in place. But that section where there isn't anything, that's where the composting toilet's going. And then I'm going to build walls here around it for the bathroom. I made this. It's a little computer fan. It moves 33 cubic feet a minute and draws 4 watts, so it doesn't use hardly any power, and it does a pretty good job of sucking the hot air out of the top. Which the top is this van top. It was a high top off of a camper van that I mounted on. Then I'll turn around and face to the front. It's still a huge mess in here right now. I'm doing things. There's going to be a couch that will sit over here under this window. It'll be a couch that folds out into a bed, and then I'm going to fix a bed up there above the cab. There's the pass-through into the cab. I have to glue up the rest of the gasket, which I made out of an old air mattress. But that seals off the gap between the cab and the camper, and that allows for the camper to flex separately from the cab. I come over here. Here's my electrical system right now. I'm working on getting it done. This controls the lights the overhead lights. They're on a dimmer, so I can dim them and then make them really, really, really bright. I'm gonna have more lights, but for now, those are the overhead lights. And of course, I have USB outlet here and a cigarette lighter for plugging other things in. I have a fuse box for all of my fuses, for all my circuits that I'm wiring into the system. And those are my house batteries. They're 100% solar charged. They're not hooked to the engine or anything yet. They're just all on the solar panels. And my charge controller. And this is a speaker switch. As you can see, I have some outdoor speakers here. And I picked up this at Walmart real cheap. It's just a little cheap dual. It's a Bluetooth AM/FM radio, and it'll play off of flash drives or USB, and it has auxiliary input. I'll mostly use it for Bluetooth. But what I did with it is, as you can see, I have it wired up, and it's on this long cord here. That way I can take it and stick it out of the window and control the stereo when I'm sitting out at the beach or whatever. When we're outside, we can control it, or we can control it from the inside. And this speaker controller here, the speaker switch, will allow me to turn on just outside speakers, inside and outside, so have a lot of flexibility with that. Then I have this shelf here that's going to be for storage. And on this side of the wall here, I'm going to, from here, right here down to the floor, I'm going to build another wall, and that it'll be a sort of narrow, but it'll be a really tall cabinet that will be able to put stuff to take care of storage. The kitchen is going across the back here. That's where the sink will be. That's where the countertop, the stove, all that stuff will be right across the back here. And then I'm going to have a shower here. And then, of course, the composting toilet will be over here, which doesn't need any water. I'm running all my wires on the inside like this. They're all going to be ran on the inside, and then I'll figure some trim pieces to cover it. But I want all the wiring to be easily accessible in case I need to do a repair or something. It's all right there and easy to get to, instead of trying to run the wires through the walls and then you have to do something and then the wires don't, you know, you got to pull wires out of the wall and everything. You got my Gatorade right there, and my wires hanging everywhere. Gotta clean all that up. And my bamboo floor. This is all reclaimed bamboo flooring, and part of it I put some polyurethane on, as you can tell, but I need to clean it up in here and go ahead and sand the rest of the floor and go ahead and get a good coat of polyurethane on the whole floor, and then I'll sand it again and do another coat. I want the floor sealed up really, really well so that any water that gets on it won't hurt anything. But so far, that's what it looks like.